What is up, my friends? The boys, the boys, the boys. Here we are, pre-final episode to the finale, and we are definitely going to be getting something that I think is going to be very, very much so one of the biggest explosive finales in television history. Now, the started off right like insane. It was pretty much a discussion, a sort of reflection on our society today and what happens when individuals get too much of a certain side of things and really get to the extreme side of it. And then they have these ideas that start going into their head. And we saw that happening where somebody who looked to be very much so involved and passionate about Stormfront and Homelander's talks about super terrorists and not domestic outsiders and all of that. And so pretty much went up and shot a clerk. And just on the notion that he was a foreign superhero terrorist. And so we saw that happen in the beginning. So that was plaguing everything. But we saw them spin it around and just pretty much say, oh, you know what? We're going to do what we can for the family of the victim, but we don't condone that. And we saw Starlight ultimately get captured and be called out a mole in public. And so have the whole world up against her. Now, we saw also Congress bringing Bot up into a hearing. We'll get more of that into the end as that happened in the end. What we also saw was Billy and his father having a sort of reunion that doesn't go as planned, but his mother did it more for him so he can sort of get a peace of mind of sorts and let it all go. But I think the ultimate thing at the end is we finally got to see what's under the mask of Black Noir, or half of the mask at least. And it's nothing yet revealing, so I'm pretty sure that Black Noir is just a new character and they're not really hiding anybody under there. At least that's what I believe. But he looks pretty scarred, so that should be interesting. We found out that he has an almond joy, and that is not going to bring him any joy because the man has a tree nut allergy. And this is all happening because Huey goes with Lamplighter to rescue Starlight. Lamplighter ultimately commits suicide, and by doing that engulfs himself in flames. And by doing that, the sprinklers go off, and then Starlight is able to get out, save her mother, who was taken as well. Huey saves them, and Maeve saves Starlight from Black Noir's attacks. So that's happening right there. Black Noir is like looking for his EpiPen, and I'm not sure if he made it out or what. We'll find out in the next episode, though. And so we also see all of this going on. We see Homelander and Stormfront go to Homelander's son, and they pretty much take him. And so there's that. The kid is against the mom now because Homelander and Stormfront pretty much tell him everything, and that everything is just pretty much done. And so they go away. We're not sure what's going to happen with that, but I'm going to have a theory video coming out about what I think is the ultimate plan to doing all of this. And so by the end of the episode, all of this has just happened, and it's pretty much a huge deal because we have major events happening and we only have one episode left. And by the end of it, we see Butcher convince Jonah to take to the stands and tell the world about Bot and everything. And pretty much he convinces him by roughing him up, by telling him, you know, your family's not going to be safe as long as I'm around too, so you better go and do this right now, or else I'll go like kill your whole damn family. And pretty much he's like, all right, let's go do this. So last 5 minutes of the show, we see everything come into place. Congress is there, the 7 are there, or however many are left. Jonah comes and takes the stand. Homelander is pretty much shocked, but he's like, all right, keep your cool. And then we see, what the fuck, heads suddenly start to explode, and then mass panic. Everybody is freaking getting their blown head off. Everybody's getting their head blown off, and the boys are watching. They're in shock, and now we're just like, what the hell's going on? And so one of the things that I have a question about is, this is the same person we saw at the beginning of the episode handle all of this. Like, remember we saw all those heads being exploded right there? And so now we know who that could possibly be, and it's your good old friend Cindy from back on the lab. Remember her? She was definitely somebody who was going to come back, and I believe be very, very much so one that was going to be, how do you even like combat this hero, right? She could just blow your head off and just like not even be close to you, as we saw. Like, there was no side of the soup in there. I do believe that Stormfront looked a little bit calm, so I think she's a little bit behind all of this as well. And it's going to be interesting what happens with Stormfront and Cindy. Is she somebody that can be controlled, or are we going to see all hell break loose? Also, a big question that we have as well is what is going to happen with Ryan now that he knows the truth and he's with Stormfront and Homelander? What is the purpose of them taking him? I'm pretty sure that Stormfront has other ideas that she's not letting Homelander in on, because you don't live that many years like under the radar basically if you're not more cunning. And we're gonna definitely see her come to that full like potential or whatever in the last episode, I believe. So I will be making a whole theory video on what I believe she is up to and what we're gonna be seeing happen next, and that's gonna be coming out on Monday, so make sure you subscribe for that. But what are your thoughts on this episode of The Boys? It was definitely insane seeing all of those people's heads blow up. I did not expect that to happen at all. I was like, all right, let's go. We're about to like, my idea was like he was going to testify and everything, and then Homelander was going to just straight up kill him. When the head blew up, I was just like, what the fuck? So it should be interesting to see what's going to happen in the final episode. As I said, I think we're due for a big showdown where we're going to be seeing Maeve, who looks to already want to side over there with Starlight, and we could be seeing the Deep and A-Train go up against maybe Stormfront and Homelander, and they might even throw Ryan into the mix, because we know that Stormfront is up to something. We just don't know it yet. But anyways, let me know your thoughts below. What do you think is going to happen in the final episode? I'm a little bummed, not going to lie. I thought that we had a couple more episodes in, and then I saw that there was just one more episode left, and I'm just like, damn, they're going to do us like that, right? But I mean, and do you think that Stormfront and Homelander can actually go up against Cindy? Like, do they even have like the power to do so? That's my biggest question, honestly. So we're going to have to wait and see for that. But hey, I'm looking forward to the next season once it does come out next year, and hopefully it comes out right on time and doesn't take that long. But here's only hoping, right? Anyways, as always, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at NerdRound. Also, make sure you go to Anchor down below. I post all of these videos in audio format there. My TikTok as well is NerdRound if you want to follow there for some other cool stuff I don't really post on this channel. More horror related stuff, but still good stuff. Anyways, I'll see all of you next time. Tomorrow, New Days is going to have another Halloween video. We'll be talking about one of my favorite Halloween movies, and you probably already know what it's going to be, but we're going to be talking about it nonetheless. And that's going to do it for me. I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive. Hey, if you're still listening, check out the video on the left. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, all the good stuff on the road to what? 20,000 subscribers. Let's get to it. I'll see you next time. Stay positive.